Hey watch fans, Brad from Brent Miller Jewelers. And today I have for us the Breitling Chronomat GMT in this lovely, I think Breitling used to refer to it as the British Racing Green. However, I'm just going to call it green here, and it's a great shade of green. And the Tudor Black Bay Pro. So admittedly, most people probably are not cross-shopping these models. However, I had someone email me and say specifically, was looking at these two models, maybe not the green, but definitely looking at the Chronomat GMT. Wanted to add a GMT to the collection. Currently only has a black dive watch, so I'm not even sure the make and model of it. But the question to me was, if you had a black diver in your collection and you wanted to add a GMT between these two, which one would it be? And sometimes when I get these emails, I feel like just doing a video and kind of going over pros and cons in my head, and letting someone hopefully make the best decision for themselves. So without going into great detail on the specs, I will list all the specs on these in the description. But a couple of things I want to go over just right off the bat is key features of the GMT functionality on these two. Your Breitling model is not going to have the independently operated GMT hand. So your crown is going to control your hour hand, whereas the Tudor is going to control the GMT hand. So from a functionality perspective, most refer to this kind of as a true GMT, and some of the other folks would maybe call this a desk GMT. So just functionality-wise, I wanted to get that out of the way, depending if that makes a difference to you. You're going to have quick set date with that functionality here on the Breitling. So if a quick set date's important, the Breitling's going to offer that. The Tudor, you will have to rotate the hour hand forward or backwards to rotate that date wheel. So again, from a functionality perspective, just wanted to go over that. Talking about the bezels too, you have a fixed bezel here on the Black Bay Pro compared to a dive style bezel here on the Breitling. So if you like being able to rotate that bezel, and actually it's pretty good action. Sounds good, feels good, unidirectional. So it's a little bit unique in that most of your GMT watches are going to have a 48-click bi-directional bezel. Here on the Breitling, you're getting a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're getting 120-click. So it is more of a true dive bezel on your GMT watch. So again, functionality-wise, it really depends what you want and what you want to use your watch for. If it's pure aesthetics, let's just go there right next, I guess. Looking at these, you have an all brushed bracelet. The Tudor is certainly more of a tool watch. It is thicker, that slab-sided case, so it does feel heavier on wrist and in hand. To me, the Breitling can pull double duty a little bit better. You have the really nice Rolu bracelet with some polished pieces in there. So to me, certainly could be worn casually and or formally, a little bit easier than the Tudor. However, it is 2025, folks, and if you want to wear your more tool watch with a suit and tie, by all means do it. People do it all the time, so don't let me tell you when and where to wear your watch or how to wear your watch. But just kind of going over what most people would probably say relative to how they would wear them. And again, if you look at the profile here, the Breitling is thinner. And again, those dimensions will be listed in the description. So let me throw these both on wrist. I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist. As far as the clasp goes, you do have a butterfly style clasp, so no micro adjustability. However, you do have pretty small links on this Rolu style bracelet, so you should be able to get a pretty good fit. You can see very low profile, going to fit underneath the cuff very easily. It shouldn't be an issue. I do prefer the 40 over the 36. I would wear the 36. However, the 36 has a pretty small crown. And so while I do like smaller watches, I do prefer the 40 on this Chronomat, specifically because of the crown and just the overall fit. I think because it's thin, it wears well. So I am a fan. I will tell you, my favorite version of this watch is the sky blue version. I think that's a great looking model. This green looks good as well, but I typically prefer blue dials over most. And then the Black Bay Pro, I'm a fan of this as well. You do have the nice T-fit clasp here, so you have on-the-fly micro adjustability. So you're gonna be able to get a great fit. But again, it is a little bit thicker than the Breitling. And so for me personally, I just like the way the Breitling wears better. I really am a fan of this, the Black Bay Pro design. No issue for me on that stainless steel fixed bezel. I like the look of it, like that GMT hand. Just wish this would come in about 2.5 millimeters thinner, more similar to the newer Black Bay 58 GMT, and might be a different answer for me. But as is, the way they both are today, I'm actually going to go Chronomat. Now, stating that, the last thing I should say is the Chronomat's going to cost you more. $61.50 on the bracelet compared to the Black Bay Pro here at $43.75. So there is almost a $2,000 premium on the Breitling. Many would argue that they prefer and like the movement better in the Tudor, which I can't say I would disagree with either. So for the money, the Tudor's probably, but again, for fit and just the way it wears and comforts, I would go Breitling. So I'm giving you kind of a politician's answer. I like them both. Hopefully that helps out a little bit with the decision-making process. But for those of you viewing, let me know what you think. Which model would you go with? What dial color chronomat do you like? And then between the two, which one would you rather wear? And which one would you rather own if you had a black diver in your collection? As always, greatly appreciate you viewing. If there's anything I can do for you, anything at all, contact information is in the email or in the description, and we'll see you in the next video.